Wednesday's topic. So we're going to link it to last week. So last week in topic, you came up with a village, didn't you? Based on a god, because we learned the story of Athena and Poseidon, and how Athens, the protector of Athens, was Athena, and how that story came about. And so this week, you're going to take your village further. So whatever the name of your village is, whatever you came up with, whatever god you decided was going to protect over your city, you're going to use that to create a village map today. So I'm going to show you an example on how we're going to do this, but we're going to be in our red books and we're going to design the map of our village, of our ancient Greek village that you created last week. And so the first thing you need to do is you need to go on to the website. You need to click on the link to read about the ancient Greek towns. Now, you might recognize the website. I use this quite a bit. It's good information. It's Duxters again, but it tells you all about ancient Greek towns and what is in an ancient Greek town, because you're not just going to go ahead and go, you know what, I want a Tesco over there. I want an ancient Greek temple over there. What else am I going to want? You know what, I'm going to need a chippy, aren't I? I'll have a chip shop over there. Did the ancient Greeks have all those things? Well, out of the three things I said, they had a temple, yes, but a chippy, not so much. A Tesco, not so much. They had their own things. So we need to go and learn about what exactly they had in their towns, and we've got to include them in our towns. You'll have freedom of what your sort of where you want to place things on your map, but your village, all the ancient Greeks' village, had things in common, because back then, a long time ago, and actually just now, you look at every town. If you went to different towns in the UK, what's similar about them? Think about what's similar about them. Do they all have supermarkets? Yes. Do they all have like a market square pretty much in the centre? Yes, most of them do, don't they? Do they have some maybe big cathedral or big church? Most of them do. So you can see actually nowadays there's still very common things that each city have, even though they're all different sizes. Back in the ancient Greek time, it was the same thing. They had very similar things in each of their cities. So first thing, please now pause this video and go and read about ancient Greek town. Right, so you've read about all the towns. So some of the things we should have learned from that is each town, each village, that what you're going to design today, you're essentially becoming a city planner, is you should have an agora. So somewhere in your city you're going to have an agora, which is a marketplace. Within that agora, you might want to have a mint, because the ancient Greeks were the first to develop coins. So your village wants to develop coins. It doesn't mean you just, we'll just make loads of coins and then we'll be rich. That's not how money works, because we could just do that now. Unfortunately, that's not how money works. But you need a place to do that. Near the agora, you would have a council house where your politicians would talk about problems and laws, etc. That's called a bouleuterion. So we'll have that. So somewhere you need Roman agora, a mint in your agora or near it, and a bouleuterion near that as well. You need an acropolis. So wherever your village is, you need a hill. That's where cities will be built around a hill, and that's for defense reasons. So you need to put a hill somewhere in your village. It might be that you want it in the center, you might want it on one end. You're going to need a temple. So last week you picked your god, which god was going to reside over and protect your city. You need a temple because you need to worship this god so they can continue. They can continue to protect your city. So you need a temple somewhere in there. Depends on where you want to put your temple as well. This is the freedoms you have. You're going to want a theatre. The Greeks loved entertainment. They were one of the first. They had plays. They used to love entertainment. So somewhere in there we're going to want a theatre. We call it an amphitheatre. And there's different designs of them, but we're going to want one of them in there. We're also going to want a stadium, because the Greeks loved to be entertained. One of the things they loved, sport, chariot racing, and obviously they had the first ever Olympic Games. So we have that as well. So we need a stadium in there for sport. Houses, obviously people need to live, don't they? So you're just going to draw some small bits where houses would take place. You might want to separate. Sometimes they had soldiers live in this part, craftsmen live here, farmers live here. That's generally most of the types of people you have. You might want your politicians to live near the council house, for example. A wall. You're going to need a wall that's going to surround your city. For defence reasons again. You're going to want the gates to go in and out. And then on the outskirts of your city, somewhere you're going to want a cemetery. Unfortunately, people will die in your city at some point. They might be really old, or there might be battles. So you need somewhere to lay to rest those. So that'll be on the outside of the city somewhere. So let me show you this map that I'm going to base my map off, and I'll put this on the website as well. So this is an ancient Greek map here, and I'm going to base my map, my example map for you today on this, and then you can go ahead and make yours in a style that mine, because this is a bit 3D, which is quite difficult to do. But we're gonna do a 2D map of ours. But if you look closely at this map, you can clearly see, there's an entrance to the city here. There's an entrance here. There's an entrance here. There's a few entrances, so you're going to want different entrances. This is a big entrance. It's right into the agora, the marketplace. I can see the stadium over here. I can see a theatre over here. I can see the temple. I can see the Acropolis, which looks like another temple. So they do have those things, and you can see the different houses spotted around. This one's on a port, so if you want to have your town near water, you can have your town near water. That's absolutely fine, which means you'll have to add in, like maybe like a dock where boats can come in, and another wall there. And then on the outskirts of the town, obviously you're going to want, it's where your farmers will actually farm on the outside and bring the food in. Now I can't see a cemetery on this one, but we can add that in to where we think would be appropriate, somewhere people can go and worship. So if I was on this one, I'd probably put it over this side of this particular town. So I'm going to put this on the website so you can use this for ideas, and I'll put a list of all the things you need to include. Some of the choices of where you want to put it, that's your choice. Where do you want to put the different things in your town? That's what you need to do. And obviously we're going to add little labels as well, so we know what those things are. So let's have a look at my map. Right, so I'm going to draw my map for you here. Now last week, obviously, I did mine based on Athens. So if I just change it slightly, and I'll still keep Athena as my goddess that protects my city. And if I just change the name of the city, then if her name's Athena, I could call it like Athenapolis, couldn't I? Athena done, like London. Let's have a think of my city name. I'm going to put it at the top left here. So Athena, obviously, is going to rule over my city. What do we think of? Athyville. That's okay, isn't it? Athyville. Welcome to Athyville. Yeah, that could work. Athena Sinki. I'm trying to think of other. I'm looking at my magnet wall for inspirations for the name of this city. Some of them have more than one, don't they? So it could be like Athena D something. I'll stick to Athenaville for now, shall I? If I come up with something else while I'm thinking. do for now. Okay, so the first thing I would do is I would do the walls of the city first. Depending on what shape. I think I will have mine by the sea. I like the idea of having mine by the sea. So if I'm going to have the sea, I'm going to put the sea down here. So I'm going to need a little port like that town had a port. This is where boats can come in. Sort of into there. I'm going to stop that because little land. So this is going to be the sea. Do some waves, small waves, so I know it's water. Perhaps if you know what sea it is, I'm going to say it's the Aegean Sea. Over there, okay, and then I'm going to need this to go into my city, aren't we? Because what I might actually do is I'm going to start the walls from here. Because why would I not? I think I'm going to have a double wall. So I'm going to put the rest of my city wall. Depending on what shape you want. And to leave a gap on the outside. Now I'm drawing that, obviously there's no way to get in at the moment, but I'm going to put a few entrances around. There you go, so there's 4 entrances, 3 there and 1 by boat. So this is going to be landed down here. I'm going to have to put a bit of land, aren't I? Because this is this part of the sea. So this is land, so I'm going to do a little bit of a road here. Path out of the city. Another one over here. And another one over here. Okay, as I said, I'm going to have a double wall only over here though, so I'm going to have a wall that protects the boats first, so there's a wall there. In fact, well, this wall goes all the way around the city. I've got my defence, I've got my wall to start with. I said a double wall, now I'm thinking, do I need a double wall over here? I'm not sure now. I don't know. Okay, so I'm actually going to start on the outskirts of my city. I'm going to go straight for my cemetery, and I'm actually going to have a cemetery on over this side. So I'm going to draw little. I keep them all in the same place, and then I can label that. This is one of our spellings this week. Hopefully you got it right. So we're going to need our cemetery. I'm also going to put some fields on the outside so where people can farm. So there we go. I'm actually going to put them on both sides over here, the fields. And then what that means is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it easy for my farmers, and I'm going to make them live over here, so then they don't have to go too far for work. Okay, so these are my fields. Let me put that in there. Right, let's get into the city, shall we? So, the Roman Agora is like the centre of the city, it's where things happen. So what I'm going to put mine over here, and my reason for putting it over here is very simple. It's for if boats come in, they can come and get there, and then farmers to sell the crops and things, they're going to have to get good access to it as well, aren't they? So I have my Roman Agora there. So the Roman Agora generally is like a market square. So if I have like a market square here, and then what kind of happens is the buildings are kind of sheltered on the outside. There's sort of buildings that go like this. And they're like little market buildings. They might go there underneath. And they have like little, so I'm just going to do little lines to show. They're like not the bottom, like the pillars. And here's my Roman. And what I did, I put some little stalls up to show my marketplace. There's my agora. Obviously I'm going to have to label that, and probably the best place to label it is like this, maybe. There's my agora. If you want to do like I'm doing here, around the outside, make sure you do the words first and then go around it. So there's my agora. I did say that I wanted to put the farmers over here, so the houses for the farmers. So I'm just going to do some squares. I'm not going to do all the roads. It will be quite difficult. So the farmers will have plain houses, won't they? So let's put them there. Just on that side, I think they can have this section. So there's more than one farmer. So farmers. Okay, I love that. The next thing I want to go for is the Acropolis. Actually, no. Let's go back to the Agora, because I need one thing. I needed a mint, and I need a council house. So I'm going to put the council house actually at the end here. So this is where my councillors would meet. Let's make it all grand. Let's make it look good. Okay, so that's my council house there. And then I'm going to have a mint for making the money. Now I'm not going to want that near an entrance, am I? That's money, that is. So I'm actually going to, I will put it next to it here. And I can just label that then, mint. And everything. Just to show it's a building. Okay. This is my council house. Right, let's go to the Acropolis, the hill. So I'm looking at where things are, and I'm going to put my hill over here. So I can see what's happening over there, I can see what's happening over there, see what's coming from the sea, see what's coming from down there. And I've got my soldiers near there, so I'm going to need my hill here. And so obviously we're doing a 2D map. I'm just going to make it look like a hill with. And then it's usually got a temple on top. You can label under there. And on the map they've got like roads coming off it and things like that, which you're more than welcome to try and put some roads around the city. And put my Acropolis there. Okay. Soldiers. I'm going to put my soldiers down here because there's 2 entrances. Quite a lot. So actually, you know what? I'm going to split them up. I'm going to put some soldiers over here. This is their houses. Small section there. I'm going to put a small section here. Put a small section over here. Yeah, so soldiers. Covering our bases for any attack. Okay, I'm going to need my stadium, and I'm going to need my theatre, aren't I? So I'm going to place my theatre over here. There's a nice gap here, isn't there? Lots of them are very circular. And that's sort of the stage, and this is sort of the seating area. theatre. Oh, hold on a minute. It's disappearing. And then I'm going to need a stadium, aren't I? Stadiums are normally quite long, you see. So you've got to work out where you've got space. So I'm going to put that stadium right in this corner as well. It's usually for chariot racing, so it's normally got a circle bit in there. And the people can sit and watch. And so chariot racing. There's my stadium. It's definitely coming together, isn't it? Right. Temple for Athena. It depends if you want to put it in another place or you want to put it on top of the hill, but people are probably going to want to worship. People are not going to want to walk all the way up there all the time, are they? So, let's think about that. I'll put my council house right in the middle. That's not who the most important person is. I'll put my council house and just move it to the right. Didn't think about that, did I? Temple right here. Nice. Lovely temple. For Athena. There we go, there's my temple. Then I need some more houses for politicians. More houses for some craftsmen. Just check if we've got everything. My list is on the back. Yes. I've got everything I need. And then if I wanted to, I could start putting some roads to different places. They weren't proper roads back then, but certainly did have some direction. And there we go. And now that's your job. Go and design your map for your village.